What if I told you that you are not your feelings, that your personality, your identity is not defined by your emotions? Many of us believe that they are, but our emotions are actually temporary. They're there to teach us something. There are simple things that we can do to create a distinction between who we are and what the emotion is so that we can feel more empowered. So let's talk about it. Many of us, when we feel things really deeply and intensely for long periods of time, sometimes unintentionally start using language that makes us feel like we are what we feel. We say things like, I'm an angry person, I'm an anxious person, I am depressed, I am sad. And even though those are innocent statements, what ends up happening in our brain is we start actually believing that we are defined by our feelings, that we are controlled by our feelings. But think of it this way. Think of yourself as the house, and your emotions are your visitors, sometimes unwelcome, right? And they're there to teach us something about ourselves. So our task is to feel them, to name them, to explore them, and figure out what we're supposed to learn about ourselves, and then just to let them go. So in order to do that, we need to shift our language. So instead of using some of those I am statements that I mentioned, try focusing on the feeling itself and using language like, today I'm feeling a lot of sadness. I'm feeling intense anger. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling dysregulated. What that does is it creates a little bit of a separation between you and the emotion, and it allows you to recognize that it's transient, that it's here with you now, but that it will leave eventually. How do you talk to yourself about your emotional world? Do you over-identify and connect it to your persona? Do you try to stay far away? And how might you shift the way that you think and talk about your emotional world so that you feel better?